If you ever hear an automated voice from the street calmly announcing the number of hours left until the end of the world, do not ignore it. I know how that sounds. I tried to dismiss it the first time too, but then it kept coming back again and again. I don't know how many of you have seen the van, or if anyone else can even hear what I'm hearing, but I need to explain myself before I don't get the chance to at all. I'm not special, I'm the kind of guy you would pass on the street and not give a second glance to, but that's what makes me worry even more. If something like this can happen to me, there's no reason it can't happen to you. My name is Carlos, and up until recently, I was just some guy trying to get through college, a full-time job, and a half-serious attempt at making music on the side when I have the time. I had routines, plans, dreams, but all of that was before I knew that every tomorrow was one step closer to ending a countdown. For the past couple weeks, there's been a white van that has driven slowly through my neighborhood in 12-hour intervals. Once at 7:03 a.m., and the next at 7:03 p.m. like clockwork every day. Each time it passes, there's a voice that comes from the speaker mounted on top. The message being spoken never changes, only the number does. This is an official announcement. You have 336 hours until the end of the world. You have 336 hours until the end of the world. That was what it said the first time I heard it half asleep and standing in my kitchen waiting for my morning coffee to finish brewing. My ears only picked up on the cadence of the voice, not the actual words being spoken. The voice didn't speak like a normal person would. It was monotonous yet polite. It's the kind of voice that you would expect to hear from an automated phone menu, except syllables are dragged out when they shouldn't be and there are pauses throughout that are either abrupt or random. I wrote it off as a test done by the city to see if their safety announcements were working, but when I heard the sentence repeat itself with the exact same tone and inflection, that's when it clicked. I still get the chills thinking about the moment when I realized what it was that I was hearing. I don't have a whole lot of time left, and even worse, I don't even know what exactly happens when the countdown reaches 0. All I know is that the closer it gets, the harder it is to trust my own reality. If you're reading this and you've seen the van, or if in the unfortunate event that you ever do, treat what I have written here in this post as a guide of sorts. This is what I've had to learn the hard way. I don't know if any of this will necessarily save you, but it might buy you more time than I have remaining. Asterisk, do not assume other people can hear the announcement, asterisk, asterisk. The message is not a public broadcast, and it is not something that anybody else can hear. As far as I can tell, it is meant for you and you only. I made the mistake of asking others what they heard the first few times the van had come by. Neighbors and strangers all told me the exact same thing, there was no voice or a van matching my description. Some of them said they only noticed an ice cream truck, others said they saw a utility vehicle, and some even claimed to have seen nothing at all. They just looked at me like I was clinically insane. One neighbor even began avoiding me completely after that, and I can't necessarily say that I blame him for doing so. I mean, a stranger declaring that there's a van announcing the end of the world is not exactly comforting in the slightest. That's when I realized that the more I tried to explain it to people, the smaller my world actually felt. If you're hoping someone else can confirm what you're hearing, don't count on it. The more you continue to push the issue, the more isolated you'll end up becoming. Save yourself the confusion, and more importantly, save yourself the doubt. Do not ask anyone else for reassurance. It will only make you question whether or not things are real. Asterisk, do not record the van's announcement expecting proof, asterisk, asterisk. I thought about recording what I was seeing, and after days of feeling as though I was imagining things, I decided to go through with it. If I could just capture it once, I'd finally have something solid to point to. After all, a camera never lies, right? That's what I initially thought too, until I realized that wasn't true. Recording the van doesn't work like you think it would. Every video I took on my phone either ended up a corrupted mess or it showed something completely normal. I've tried other devices too, such as a laptop, a personal camera, and even a phone I've borrowed from a friend. Every single one of them has had an issue playing back the recording, ranging from the audio being completely omitted to the video glitching out and cutting to